Guਰੂ Nanak Das bole. ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। This is our first session for the new year, and this year our theme is going to be what are the life lessons that we have from Guruji's. Yeah, so many of these life lessons actually are from their life. ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਜੀਵਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਕੁਝ ਘਟਨਾਵਾਂ ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਿੱਖਾਂਗੇ। ਇਹਨੂੰ ਆਖੀਦਾ ਜੀਵਨ ਜਾਂਚ, ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਜੀਵਨ ਜਾਂਚ। ਸੋ ਗੁਰੂਆਂ ਤੋਂ ਜੀਵਨ ਜਾਂਚ ਸਿੱਖਣੀ ਹੈ, ਬਿਕੋਜ਼ ਸਿਆਣੇ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਇਫ ਯੂ ਵਾਂਟ ਟੂ ਬੈਂਚਮਾਰਕ ਯੋਰਸੈਲਫ ਦੈਨ ਇਟ ਇਜ਼ ਗੁੱਡ ਟੂ ਬੈਂਚਮਾਰਕ ਯੋਰਸੈਲਫ ਅਗੇਂਸਟ ਦ ਬੈਸਟ। ਤੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਗੁਰੂਆਂ ਦੀ ਜੀਵਨ ਧਾਰਾ ਨਾਲੋਂ ਹੋਰ ਕੋਈ ਬੈਸਟ ਬੈਂਚਮਾਰਕ ਕੀ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਜੀਵਨੀ ਤੋਂ ਤੇ ਸਪੈਸ਼ਲੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਤੋਂ ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਨਸੈਪਟ ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਗੁਰੂਆਂ ਤੋਂ ਕੀ ਸਿੱਖਿਆ, what life lessons can we learn, ਕੀ ਜੀਵਨ ਜਾਂਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਸਿੱਖੀ। ਸੋ ਆਫ ਕੋਰਸ ਵੀ ਸਟਾਰਟ ਵਿਦ ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ, ਸਭ ਤੇ ਵੱਡਾ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਜਿਨ ਕਲ ਰਾਖੀ ਮੇਰੀ। ਭਾਵੇਂ ਸਿਰਫ 6 ਸਿੱਖ ਗੁਰੂਆਂ ਨੇ ਬਾਣੀ ਉਚਾਰਨ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ, ਫਿਰ ਵੀ ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੇ ਲਾਈਫ ਲੈਸਨਸ ਨੇ, ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੇ ਜੀਵਨ ਜਾਂਚ ਦੇ ਆਦੇਸ਼ ਨੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਫੋਲੋ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਔਰ ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਸ਼ੁਰੂਆਤ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ। ਪਹਿਲੀ ਗੱਲ ਜੀਵਨ ਜਾਂਚ। ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਅਕਾਲ ਪੁਰਖ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਦੱਸੀ। ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ when talking about Akal Purkh Vaheguru, he defined Akal Purkh Vaheguru as Aad Sach, Jug Aad Sach, Hai Bhi Sach, Nanak Hosi Bhi Sach. He defined Akal Purkh Vaheguru as being true right at the start of everything, being true at the start of time, being true even today and being true forevermore. So ਸੱਚ ਦੀ ਬੜੀ ਵੱਡੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣਾ ਮੂਲ ਮੰਤਰ ਵੇਖਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਜਪਜੀ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, ਮੂਲ ਮੰਤਰ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਨੇ ਇਹ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ, ਸੱਚ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ, ਟਰੂਥਫੁਲਨੈਸ। ਵੀ ਜੋ ਸਾਡੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਹੈ, ਦਿਲ ਦਿਮਾਗ ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਹੈ, ਉਹੀ ਬਾਹਰ ਸਾਡੀ ਰਸਨਾ ਤੇ। It's a very, very difficult and very high standard to have. Whatever is in our heart, that is what we have to say. Now, sometimes in our society, we don't say what is in our heart because of the rules of society. Rules of society tell you that you have to be polite. If someone has worn a certain kurta, and that kurta does not match with the rest of their dressing, and they ask how do I look, and we don't want to break the other person's heart, and we say, oh, you're looking great. Yeah. So now Guru Maharaj here put a standard, put a process here. He said, Sachoho ure sabko. The truth is the higher than anything else that we know. Sacho ure sabko. Truth is higher than everything else that we know. Uppar sach achar. But higher than that even is truthful living. So how do we define truthful living? What is truthful living? Yeah, so this is something that we need to understand. This is Guru Maharaj core value that he has given us, Jivan Jaj. He says truthful living. truthful living means connecting to the truth. Because Guru Maharaj said, Sat Kartar. And Guru Maharaj used to refer to Akal Purkh Vaheguru as Sat Kartar, the true creator. So, true living from Guru Maharaj point of view, uh, which we believe might be what he wanted to say, is to connect back to the true Akal Purkh Vaheguru. So true living means from the time when we wake up in the morning, we thank God. We thank God. Sat Kartar ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜਨਾ ਹੈ। ਦੇਖੋ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੁਣ ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਬਰੀਕੀ ਨਾਲ ਸੋਚਣਾ ਪਏਗਾ। ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਨੇ ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਖਿਆ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜੋ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਖਿਆ। ਹਾਂ, ਇਹ ਵੱਖਰੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ ਵੀ ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਗੁਰਪੁਰਬ ਮਨਾ ਰਹੇ ਨਾ ਆਪਣੇ ਦਸਮ ਪਿਤਾ ਦਾ, ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਿੰਘ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਗੁਰਪੁਰਬ ਮਨਾ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਲੜ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਲਾਇਆ ਹੈ। Yeah, he did say, "Pi Guru Manyo Granth." He did give the hukamnama to us that we should get connected to the Guru, but he never said that worship Guru Granth Sahib as God. He never said that. He said, learn the lesson of getting back to God from the living Guru, your spiritually alive teacher, and the spiritually alive teacher is Tan Tan Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. So he connected us to Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. And now here Shri Guru Nanak Dev Ji in Shri Rag told us, Sacho ure sabko upar sach sansar. If such achar, if you want to really connect back to Sat Kartar, if you really want to connect back to the true creator, then you have to have truthful living. And truthful living means when we get up in the morning, from the time we get up in the morning to when we go back to bed at night, that we are connected to Akal Purkh Vaheguru. Now, speaking the truth, believing one thing and saying another thing, that's a very different discussion altogether. As long as we are connected to the one, that is what this message is all about. It is not an easy question to answer. If I have something in my mind, Jin Mukho, it's Sekande Kachya. In fact, Guru Maharaj says, if in your heart you have something else, and in your mouth, in your words, you have something else, you are not going to be accepted in the house of God. Yeah, Jin man hor mukh hor se kande kachya. Why? Because there only the truth and the truthful people shall pass through. So upar sach achar. So how do you then balance between this? You need to balance between society's rule of politeness and the need to be very, very truthful. And this is where good communication skills come through. And I believe good communication skills come from Gurbani itself. Because Gurbani says, Baba, bolana kya kahiye? You know, Guru Maharaj says there are times where you need to speak up, but there are times when it's better if you are quiet. ਜੇ ਕੋਈ ਸੰਤ ਮਿਲੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਬੈਠ ਕੇ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਕਰ ਲਓ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਸੱਚੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੋਏਗੀ। ਜਿੱਥੇ ਸੱਚ ਨਹੀਂ ਨਾ ਬੋਲਣਾ ਉੱਥੇ ਭਾਵੇਂ ਨਾ ਹੀ ਬੋਲੋ। ਬੋਲੋ ਉਹ ਹੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇੱਜ਼ਤ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਦੇਵੇਗਾ। Yeah, speak only that which will bring you honor. In fact, when I was looking through the different sources, I found that this was a Guru Nanak quote that was coming up again and again. Speak that which will bring you honor. So, and what can bring you honor? The truth can bring you honor. If you cannot form an opinion or you cannot speak the truth, you might want to say something to qualify yourself by saying that maybe I'm not qualified to say this, but I don't see the matching of your kurta with the rest of your dressing. And if you lose a friend, or if you upset a loved one, if they are true friends or true loved ones, uh, they will not lose you forever. Yeah, they will appreciate your directness and forthrightness. Sometimes we have people like that in our life. We say that, that guy is a very straightforward guy. Whatever it is, he will say it to you on your face. Yeah, and people feel comfortable with that. People actually feel comforted that they know exactly where they stand in relation to you. So let us all try that. Yeah, and this is for all of us. सच हो उरे सबको ऊपर सच आचार. Now, of course, we have learned about the three famous statements or three life lessons of Guru Nanak. Yeah, Kirt Karni, Vand Chakana, Naam Japana. We'll come to that in a while. But throughout Gurbani, Guru Maharaj has given us tips on how to live well, how to live wisely. Yeah. So from Shri Rag, I'm just on page 16 of Tan Shri Guru Granth Sahib. I didn't even get a chance to go more than that. Yeah, just page 16 and 17. Shri Rag Mela Pella. Sab ras mithe maniye suniye salone. Guru Maharaj says that when you are totally imbued in the Naam, when you are connected to a Kalpurk Vaheguru, because we started our discussion today by talking about a constant connection with Satya, constant connection with his Naam. Yeah, Sab ras mithe maniye suniye salone. And Guru Maharaj says when you are connected to the Naam, whatever you have, whatever kind of food you have, it will be tasty for you. Yeah, and what you want to be savory, it will be savory for you. You will enjoy both sweet things and savory things when you are imbued with his Naam. Basically, when you're connected to Gurbani. Yeah, when we say imbued in Naam means what? Connected to Gurbani. That you look at different scenarios in your life, and Gurbani Tukka come to your mind. Like you see someone wearing maybe a red suit, and to your mind, a tuk comes Lal Rangile Pritam Manmohan. Yeah, that's a sign of connection. Khat tursi, mukh bolna, maran naad kiye. You can enjoy all the good food, all the good environment and everything. Chatti amrit pao ek, jako nadar kare. We often say Chatti Prakar de Bhojan. This is a very typical Punjabi saying. 36 different types of flavors we have here for you. And we hope you enjoy all the 36 different type of flavors. Of course, there are millions of flavors. And now scientists tell us that all flavors are just a chemical reaction. Yeah, a chemical reaction in your mouth that sends a signal that is an interpretation of a chemical signal. Yeah, but Guru Maharaj says all the Chatti Amrit Pao Ek. Chatti Amrit, 36 different flavors you will enjoy. How? With just one love. Pao Ek, one love. With whom? With Satkartar. But who enjoys this? Jako Nadar Kare. Those whom he bless will have this kind of connection with him. And Guru Maharaj says, if you have this connection, if you are connected to Vaheguru, then whatever you eat, whatever you drink is a worthwhile thing. Yeah. But if you are doing this without connection to him, Baba hor khana khushi khawar, hor khana khushi khawar. That means without connecting to Naam, without thanking God for all his benevolence and gifts, if then we are just enjoying our food, it is khana khushi kawa. That kind of joy is a very wasteful joy. Yeah, it is khushi kawar. It is not even a worthwhile thing. Jit khade tan pediye. Man mein chale vikar. By eating such food, you will only ruin your body, and probably be careful of those foods that you eat, or those things that you consume, which will actually not only ruin your body, but also will have you to have bad thoughts in your mind. Yeah. So first advice, eat wisely. This is why sometimes people say that eat where you find that there is a good, pure meal being cooked. You know, why Guru Ka Langar is always so amazing? Because it is done with prayer. That is the difference of Guru Ka Langar and outside food. Now, sometimes because of lockdowns and because of other uh, restrictions, or we don't have sevadars to cook or something like that, we may cater that food. But the difference between catered food and Guru Ka Langar is something else. Yeah, let's think about that. Let's eat wisely. Why can't every meal in our home, why can't every meal that we cook in our home be like Guru Ka Langar? If we say Vaheguru while cooking it, if we put Kirtan in the background while cooking it, I think it will become very much like Guru Ka Langar. Baba ਹੋਰ ਖਾਣਾ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਖਵਾਰ ਜਿਤ ਖਾਦੇ ਤਨ ਪੀੜੀਏ man mein chale vikar. So we will eat that food which is prepared while connected to Bani, while connected to Naam, while connected to Satkartar. And that will be beautiful. Why? Because we will get the flavor of 36 different types of food. Chatti Amrit, Pao Ek, but one love connected to a Purkh Vaheguru. So that's the first answer. There are four. Second one, he says, think about how you dress. People, of course, nowadays it is uh, common that as the world becomes better, as we progress, dressing around the world is very, very good. And even the poor of the world are better dressed now. There have been studies and surveys that show that even the poor are not as poor, those who were 50 years ago poor, and the poor of today. The poor of today are still okay. But Guru Maharaj here is talking about the dressing of your spirituality, not just covering your body, but dressing up of your spirituality. How well are you dressed spiritually? Why do we dress? We dress to look good, isn't it? How is our Sikhi? How is our spirituality? Are we dressed up? Is our spirituality dressed up well enough that it will look good to the one whom we are dressing up for Satkartar Vaheguru? You see, Guru Maharaj, the concepts are very real to life and yet sophisticated enough. Ratta penan man ratta supedi satdan नीली स्याही kada karni पैरन पैर dhyan. Your dressing should be white purity and nice blue dressing, which will look good in the court of a Kalpurk Vaheguru. So I found this picture of this Chinese couple. I think they are models. And this is a relatively new picture where they are in front of a design studio having that nice white doves and blue dressing. Guru Maharaj says, let your dressing be so pretty, pure white, and with nice blue color, Nili Shai. You know, sometimes we have this discussion. What is the color of Khalsa? The true and real color of Khalsa is blue, not even Kesari. Yeah, I know we also have brought in Kesari, and well, Bollywood has done its part in bringing Kesari color and things like that very strongly into the mainstream. But the original, if I may use that word, yeah, the original color of spirituality for us is white and blue. Yeah, this is what I understand from this book. Dress in pure white to reflect the purity of your soul and spirituality. Yes, have the stripes of blue that show your focus. Yeah, pair and pair dhyan in focus into the Gurbani. uh, when we say ਅਸੀਂ ਚਰਨ ਕਮਲਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜਦੇ ਹਾਂ, this is also a Gurbani concept. When we say ਚਰਨ ਕਮਲਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਚਰਨ ਕਮਲਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਜੁੜਨਾ ਹੈ? It's focus on Gurbani. That is what it is. ਕਮਰ ਬੰਦ ਸੰਤੋਖ ka. You know, we have the kamar band, the waist cloth that we wear. We call it kamar band. Kamar band santok ka. When you are satisfied with what you have in life, because your spirituality is strong. Yeah, kamar band santok ka, tan joban tera naam. Then your youth and your life and your living is really very successful. When you have purity of your soul, when you have focus on the naam, the blue stripe on your chola of focus of naam, and you have a kamarband, and you have a restraint in your thoughts, in your life, just like the kamarband helps you to restrain everything together, yeah, of your dressing. Kamarband santok ka tan joban tera naam. Then uh, your joban, your javani is very successful. Baba or pen and khushi khawar. Any other kind of dressing that you dress up to impress somebody else is a waste of your time and effort. Yeah. Jit pede tan pidiye. By such a dressing, you may actually hurt your body. Yeah. Sometimes people try to dress in certain ways and tighten themselves. They may actually be hurting their body. Man mein chale vikar. And they may actually give wrong impressions and wrong ideas to people. Yeah. Chit pede tan pidiye. Man mein chale vikar. Do not dress up to impress others. Do not dress up to impress worldly beings. Dress up your soul so that you can impress your true creator, Satkartar. Life lesson from Tan Tan Shri Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Then in the third stanza, Guru Maharaj says, don't let position and power go to your head. Guru Maharaj says, Kode, Pakhar, Soine, Sakhat, Bujan Teri Vaat, Tarkas Tir Kaman Sang, Teg Band Guntat. These are all indications of position and power. And of course, Guru Maharaj is using the language of his times. In his times, people with position and power used to have horses to ride on, positions which represented certain positions. They had weaponry, they had command over different people. Yeah, Tarkas Tir Kaman Sang, Teg Band Guntat, Vaja Neja Pat Syo, Pargat Karam Tera, Meri Jaat. They had position, they had power. But for me, when I am connected to you, and people can say, hey, Nanak is connected to Akal Purkh Vaheguru. For me, that is my high position. That is my caste. That is my social position. Yeah. Karam tera meri jaat. When people can see your blessing in me, when I get your blessing in me, for me, that is the position I want. Uh, we strive all the time to try to acquire position in our career, in our job. If we go to Gurdwara also, some people will try to do that. They want to have control, power, position. Um, if we go into society, we find people who want to control power and position. Within families, we find that there are people who are so egoistic, they want power and position. It is shocking. Yeah. But Guru Maharaj says that if it is visible, if it shows on me that you have blessed me, for me, that is the greatest position that I want. If people can connect me to your Naam, they can say, this is a guy who belongs to Vaheguru. For me, that is my greatest achievement, my greatest caste, Jaat, if you like. Baba, hor chadna khushi khawar. What else do you want? What kind other position? Of course, literally it means riding the horse, riding other horses or ride other rides of no use. But what it means is taking other positions of power. Yeah, they are all khushi khawar. They are just wasteful enjoyments, enjoyment for a day or two. But they are going to eat into your body and your mind, and they may get wrong thoughts running through your mind. Baba, hor chadna khushi khawar, jit chadiye tan pidiye, you're going to get stress. Your body is going to suffer. Man mein chale vikar. In your mind, you may have ego, you may have thoughts of envy, because if I'm powerful, I want to see somebody else cannot be more powerful than me. So there are thoughts of envy. Then there will be thoughts of domination. And all these are the vikar, manade vikar, because someone let position and power go to their head. Next life skill. Don't run for power and position to the extent that it will make you forget about your spirituality. It will make you forget about the connection to Nam. It will make you forget about everything that you have achieved in life is because of his meher. Karam tera, meri jaat. So whatever we achieve in life, of course we must try our level best. Of course we must go all the way. And when we have achieved it, the message here Guru Nanak is saying, humbly and truly in your heart, you must be able to say, Tera kita jato nahi, menu jog kitoi. You made me able to do this. Menu jog kitoi, मैं निर्गुण यारे, को गुण नाहि, अपे तरस पियोई. ਤਰਸ ਪਿਆ ਮੈਂ ਰਹਿਮਤ ਹੋਈ ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਸੱਜਣ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਨਾਨਕ ਨਾਮ ਮਿਲੇ ਤਾਂ ਜੀਵਾਂ. It's incredible, this word ਨਾਨਕ ਨਾਮ ਮਿਲੇ ਤਾਂ ਜੀਵਾਂ. I can only live when I'm connected to your naam, otherwise I'm spiritually dead. ਨਾਨਕ ਨਾਮ ਮਿਲੇ ਤਾਂ ਜੀਵਾਂ. And when I am spiritually connected to you, tan man thive harya, my mind and body is blossoming like a flower. Yeah. So, life lesson here: work hard, get position and power, but don't let it go to your head. Always remember that what you have achieved was karam tera meri jaat. Yeah. And then Guru Maharaj says, wow, we are very lucky because we get a lot of comforts in our life. Yeah, but let us not forget the giver of comfort in your life. You see, Guru Maharaj is bringing everything back to connecting to Naam, connecting to Bani. Yeah, Kar Mandir, Khushi Naam ki, Nadar Teri Parwar, you get so much of blessings and happiness. Hukam Soi Tud Pavsi, Hor Akhan Baut Apar, and you can have family happiness, you can have children, you can have comfort of life, you can sleep comfortably in your big mansion, Kar Mandir, big mansions. Nanak Sacha Padshah, Pooch na kare bichar. Yeah, don't forget, whenever you get these gifts, when you want to do something in life, don't forget to ask God. This is the message here. Don't forget to ask God. Don't forget the giver in your life comfort. You got this comfort. Don't say, oh, I can now get this comfort. Don't forget to ask Guruji permission. I would think permission. Yeah. Don't forget to ask Guruji, is this what is going to be good for my spiritual life? Yeah. Nanak Sacha Padshah Pooch na kare bichar. There's only one power, one known in our universe where the Sat Kartar Vaheguru doesn't need to ask anybody, because don't forget, I think the hidden message here is Sacha Pasha Pooch na kare bichar. He does not uh, ask anybody for their opinion. To those whom he wants to give, he gives. Yeah. But ek na de, das bhi hirle, to muda ko kaha kare. In Sukhmani we read this, yeah. What if he stops giving, and even what he has given, thus be hirle, he takes it back, 10 that he has given you before. What, oh fool, can you do? Yeah. So Baba or Sona Khusi Gawar, don't sleep here. The sleep, well, I put a baby sleeping for illustration. Um, don't let your mind sleep. Don't let your intellect sleep. Yeah. If you have a blind spot with regard to things, they say sometimes wisdom is folly, where ignorance is bliss. Yeah. But don't have ignorance with regard to this. Baba or Sona Khusi Khawar. You, the other sleep that you have, uh, the sleep that you have, uh, because you are giving up your naam and you are connected with Maya. Jit Sutte Tan Pidiye, because that sleep is going to ruin your body, and Man Mein Chale Vikar. It is going to show you the door to all the wrong things in life. So don't forget the comforter in your life. 4 messages here. Let me just uh, revise them. Eat wisely. Yeah. Make every meal of your home like a Guru Ka Langar. Have the Naam with us when we cook, when we eat. Life lesson. Life lesson number 2, don't just dress up to impress everybody in the world. Also think about how you're going to dress up your your soul. The way you dress up with your soul is to have pure thoughts, thoughts that are as white as a dress, thoughts of focus on the Naam. When you connect to Naam, when you connect to Nitnem, you have focus. And that is your blue pattern on your white chola. Kamar Bandh Santokh Ka, you have uh, your spirituality is strengthened and is contained better. Your youth and your desires, youthful desires are contained because you have that Kamar Bandh. Yeah. And Baba or Ben and Khusi Khawar. Thirdly, strive hard to get position and power, but remember that was Karam Tera, Meri Jaat. With your blessing, hey Akal Purkh Waheguru, we got it. And fourthly, once you have got achieved great comforts and success and great homes and everything, and you can sleep luxuriously in comfort, don't forget the giver. Let's not be in that position. Daat pyari visriya datara. Yeah, so in Gurbani, Guru Maharaj has explained, sometimes ਸਾਨੂੰ ਦਾਤ ਪਿਆਰੀ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਦਾਤਾਰਾ ਭੁੱਲ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ. So ਬਾਬਾ ਹੋਰ ਸੋਨਾ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਖਵਾਰ ਸੁੱਤੇ ਨਾ ਰਹੋ ਪਿਆਰਿਓ, ਉੱਠ ਕੇ yeah, ਫਰੀਦਾ ਸੁੱਤਾ ਕਿਆ ਕਰੇ, ਉੱਠ ਕੇ ਨਾ ਜਪੇ ਮੁਰਾਰ. So then we come to the 3 pillars. And this is, of course, if you ask anybody what is about Sikhi, we all talk about these 3 pillars. And these 3 pillars have been a little bit in the communication of media and things like that recently, because of our active participation in getting food and things ready for flood victims and things like that. Yeah. So Guru Nanak's philosophy, in the words of Bhai Gurdas, Kirt Virt Kar Dharam Di, Le Prasad Aan Vartanda. This is Gursikhi the A Nishani. Yeah, this is a both Lama Prasange, 40 different stanzas there. Kirt Virt Kar Dharam Di, Le Prasad Aan Vartanda. That is Kirt Karni and Vand Chakna. ਨਾਮ ਜਪਣਾ ਤਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਗੱਲ ਕਰ ਲਈ ਹੈ ਨਾ, ਹੁਣ ਕਿਰਤ ਕਰਨੀ ਤੇ ਵੰਡ ਛਕਣਾ. Live an honest living and be prepared to share. I think these two, many Sikhs are already doing pretty well. We are seen to be hardworking the world over. We are seen to be the most generous race. BBC has been making documentaries of late as to why are the Sikhs so generous. What is the Sikh philosophy that is so generous? And whenever you ask any Sikh, why are you so generous? Why is it so easy for you to share of your time? Why is it so easy of you to share of your effort, of your wealth? Why is it so easy for you? We find it very difficult. And, our Sikh brothers and sisters very politely and very happily and with a certain amount of self-faith also say, oh, well, that is because Guru Nanak has taught us Naam Japana, Kirt Karni, Vand Chatna. Connect to the one Guru, Akal Purkh Vaheguru, Kaiyan nu pata lag gaya. Many people understood that, yeah, that this is what we do. We worship, we work hard, and we share. It is not wrong to say that we are Santa Sipahi. I mean, we are saint and we are also soldiers, but we are soldiers of the truth. That's what we are. Yeah, we are soldiers of the truth. And many people at one time used to think of us just as a warrior race. Some people also used to think, oh, the Sikhism was a movement formed in India just to counter uh, the Mughal Sultanate there and the Mughal Empire there. And they were responsible for bringing down the Mughal Empire. Well, not wrong. The Mughal Empire met its match with all the Sikh soldiers, and it is true, we were that race of saint and soldier. But remember, even in our life today, we are saints and soldiers. Even today, we have to be saints and soldiers to withstand uh, onslaughts to the truth that we have spoken, onslaughts to our way of life, onslaughts to our Sikhi Sarup. We have a lot of onslaughts like that. Yeah, in our New Year message, I shared with you the story of Dr. Swayman Singh, how he and his team had to come all the way from America and stand with the Kisan Andolan, with the farmers. And if the government gave in after more than 1.5 years, uh, if the government admitted that they were wrong after more than 1.5 years, it means that they were wrong from the get-go. Otherwise, they wouldn't have admitted. Yeah. If the Mughals were wrong after many fights and losing all the fights and battles, and now uh, their their remnants are maybe some tourist attractions, but the actual characters behind the Mughal Raj, nothing to their name remains in India. If they were wrong and they were to be destroyed from the hundreds of years of zulm that they did, the wickedness that they did, then they were wrong from the start. Yeah, and so in the same way, those bills that we had, they were wrong from the start. And this is where we become soldiers to stand for the truth, to stand for righteousness. And this is a very important part. Yeah. Um, there are some organizations, I think, who stand for the truth, who stand what is for right, but some of us sometimes are missing the point. We don't stand for truth. If someone comes and misrepresents Gurbani, we just take it. You say, chal koi nahi kehda. मेरे वर्गा कह दिंदा मूर्खे नाल नाल जी मूर्ख ही होना. But sometimes I think we should have the strength to speak the truth, to speak the truth as we understand it. Yeah. And of course, it will mean that people will be upset. Yeah. Because in Malay, we say, isn't it, siapa yang makan cili, mereka yang rasa pedas. So if they are opposing your point of view, they may be upset. But we always say, if we are mature people on every side of a debate, every side of an argument, uh, then we can disagree without becoming disagreeable. Yeah, that's the beauty. So these three pillars are always there with us. Naam Japna, Kirt Karni, Vand Chakna, and I think I don't need to elaborate more on that. Then another great contribution of Shri Guru Nanak Dev Ji was his vision of equality long before we talked about equality in social circles elsewhere. At a time when even so-called great countries like Britain used to have very Victorian rules against ladies and women. Guru Maharaj in Asakiwar, we listen to it every day. Mela Pella, Panda Jamiye, Panda Nimiye, Panda Mangan Veao. We were born out of women, out of females, out of ladies. Panda Nimiye. The woman gives birth to us. Panda Nimiye, Panda Mangan Veao. And when we grow up, we want our life partner. Uh, and we ask for the hand of women in marriage. Pando hove dosti, pando chale rao. We set up a household of love with our woman, and that household of love then allows us to uh, propagate our family. Pando chale rao. Our family grows. Yeah. Pandamua, Pandamaliye, Pandahove Bandan. If unfortunately, for any reason, if our spouse passes away, we go and find another new life partner, and then we remain connected with society because we have got a new partner. Kalla banda turya firda is very difficult. Yeah, true for man, true for lady actually, both. So then Guru Maharaj says, So kyo manda akhiye jit jamme rajan. Oh my dear fellow friends of the world, why do you consider them lowly, those who have given birth to kings? Pando hi pand upje, pande baj na koe. Everyone has to be born out of a woman. Pande baj na koi. Nanak pande bahara eko sacha soy. So you see, because the first line is Pando hi pand upje. Upj di gal kiti hai. Pande baj na koi. No one is born other than from the womb of their mother. Nanak pande bahara eko sacha soy. Only that one true creator was not born out of a woman. Yeah. Sometimes people do direct translation. The direct translation, Nanak Pande Bara Eko Sacha Soy, the direct translation becomes, oh, only the one true creator is without a woman. And I see sometimes these are the interpretations that they use on the screens, TV screens. Oh my God. I mean, please put things in context. Pando hi pand upje pande baj na koe. Everyone has to be born out of a woman. Nanak pande bahara eko sacha soy. Without a woman who is here, is that a Kalpurk Vaheguru? Why? Because he is Sebang, Swebang, self-created. ਜਿਤ ਮੁਖ ਸਦਾ ਸਲਾਈਏ ਪੱਗਾਂ ਰੱਤੀ ਚਾਰ ਨਾਨਕ ਤੇ ਮੁਖ ਉਜਲੇ ਤਿਤ ਸੱਚੇ ਦਰਬਾਰ. Don't forget to praise this person, the great creator Satkartar Vaheguru, and then you will find that you will have radiant faces in his darbar. Now, so kyo manda akhiye jit jame rajan, because we are talking about life and we are talking about life lessons. I think nowadays most families are very happy when a daughter is born. Very happy. Yeah. Uh, and I have seen cases in my uh, life journey where I have found that some people, I find it strange that they actually still hang on to this kind of views. They actually are not happy when a daughter is born. And I'm sorry to say, those people who are not happy are ladies themselves. Yeah. And I also, when I go to Gurdwara, I sometimes see ladies talking to their children. They will say to the girls, do this for your brother, do that for your brother. I never hear them saying that way to their son. So we, the sons, how are we going to grow up with responsibility, with a sense of responsibility? Yeah, something to think about. My humble request and forgiveness if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, forgive me. But my humble request, if you want to become equal, you have to think equality. You have to think what Guru Nanak gave you. So kyo manda akhiye, jit jame rajan. If you can give birth to kings, then you are a princess, kaur, kanwar. Yeah. Finally, right limitless wisdom. Jal mo, burn the worldly love. Mo, attachments, worldly love. Yeah. Kasa masakara, rub the ashes after you have burnt the mo, take the ashes and just rub the ashes and make it ink. Kasa masakar. Mat kagad karsar. And mat here, of course, means mind, but in that graphic they say make heart the pen. Okay. And intellect the writer. Pao kalam. Yeah. Pao kalam is uh, your love, the heart, the pen. Okay, so it's flipped a bit. Pao kalam karchit likhari gur puch lekha bichar, and talk to the guru. How should I write? That means when you want to express your thoughts, are your thoughts in line with the Gurbani? When you express your ideas, are they in line with the teachings of Tantan Shri Guru Granth Sahib? So this is why I say it becomes very, very important for us. Get back to the norm, get back to the core. The core is to get back to Gurbani. This is Guru Nanak Dev Ji's message to you. He created this pathway for you. He created this pathway for us to be householders and yet achieve spiritual freedom. Yeah? Likh naam, salah likh ant na paravar. Write about the great naam. Write about how we can sing praises of a Kalpurk Vaiguru. Write that Kalpurk Vaiguru has no limit. Lekha Antana Paravar. Write about his limitlessness. Write about his greatness. Write the limitless wisdom of Naam. Write it in your heart. Write it in your mind, because you are going to break your attachment to ideas that you get outside Gurbani. You're going to break your attachment to what you thought your wisdom was. Break your attachment to that. Pehla maran kabul, जीवन की छड़ आस, हो सबना की रेन का, तो आ हमारे पास. Guru Nanak Dev Ji said that. Yeah? So ਜਾਲ ਮੋਹ ਨੂੰ ਸਾੜ ਦੋ ਤੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਅਟੈਚਮੈਂਟ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਵੱਲ ਸਾੜ ਦੋ ਤੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਹਿਰਦੇ ਨੂੰ ਬਣਾ ਕੇ ਪੇਪਰ ਤੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਦਿਲ ਦੀ ਸਿਆਹੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਲਿਖੋ ਰਾਈਟ the words of wisdom of Kalpurk Vaiguru. These are the life lessons. If we can stay connected to Kalpai Vaiguru and keep these life lessons going, our life is going to be really beautiful, and we are going to live it according to the way that Guruji Maharaj intended it for it to be. Yeah, and I believe that there are many, many more messages that we are going to come across, and let us try to discover them together in this 20 odd fortnights that we have for this year. Baki Pulla Chukkan di Khimaji, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Happy and blessed 2022, and Dashmesh Pita Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji di Prakash ਪੁਰਬ ਦੀ ਲੱਖ ਲੱਖ ਵਧਾਈ ਹੋਵੇ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।